sort of secret punchline is that they're encountering the same problem, right? So like the thing is like how I'm going to go talk to people who are wrong, but you have to understand the person you're talking to is also talking to someone they're convinced are wrong. And a lot of the stuff in this is about trying to understand the other person's point of view and understanding how incredibly poorly equipped we are to do that. Like how very quickly in a situation of conflict or any sort of difference, what we immediately do is we dig in our heels, we become more convinced that we're right. And what we typically do is we try to convince the other person that we're right. And they're meanwhile trying to convince us that they're right. No one's learning anything. And if everybody's just trying to do that level of advocacy of their viewpoint, you don't actually get anywhere. And so what you have to do is you have to get them to listen. And it turns out the way to get them to listen is to listen. Yeah. And it really doesn't come naturally. So a huge part of it is to understand the degree to which the natural thing that happens in situations of conflict. I had this really smart guy who was in my class recently, and I was like, you really have to listen in conversations, you really have to listen. He was like, I get it. And he was like, but I have this one situation coming up, and it's really an important, critical situation. So in that situation, I think I should not be listening very much. I should just be explaining my point of view more, because it's such an important situation. And I was like, but it's an important situation for the other person too. Like that, so if both of you go in for the ad to say, well, this one important time, it's important for me to not listen and just explain my point of view. If both people are spending 90% of their energies into talking and 10% into listening, that means, I don't know how you would do that math, but it means basically 80% of the energy is just being wasted. It's just being dissipated into words smashing into each other in space. And no one gets anywhere. I think that a lot of the things that I feel I'm good at are like thinking about things that you didn't realize there was something to think about before. So it's not like a bunch of people were sitting around thinking like, gee, what constitutes a good question at a Q&A? But once you say like, here's what people are like, oh yes, that's right. And in the same stuff, how to talk to people about things, it's about dealing with, it's about resolving conflicts, and it's about negotiation skills. The course I've been teaching is not like primarily just my own crazy ideas. What it is, it's a lot of it draws on like pretty standard, well-known, well-established literature on negotiation. Which comes mostly from a program at the Harvard Business School called the Program on Negotiation. One of the things I'm most interested in that is that I think that this stuff is incredibly useful to people who aren't sitting around thinking like, I need to take a negotiation and conflict resolution course. So what I've been doing is trying to take that material and teach it to like my audience, which is just like a general arts audience, and say, here's a course on how to talk to people about things. Everybody, how to deal with these situations is actually something that's a skill that you can become much, much, much better at if you just put a bit of attention into it, and it will be like wildly beneficial to you, and it's incredibly interesting. Huh. And it all draws on this stuff. It's like real, this, again, like I think with this material, it's important to me. Like if I'm teaching real skills, when I do sound improv, it's sort of fun to me. If I'm going to give you like real advice on how to construct your life and have serious conversations in your life, it's important to me that I'm not like some guy who just made up a theory. It's like, no, this is all built on lots and lots of real study, but what I'm interested in doing is making it accessible to people.